It's awkward occurrence or awkward entertainment. So we're going to be talking about direct express, mail checks, and other things. So we're over here at Reddit on stimulus check subreddit. Just type in Reddit.com or download the Reddit app. Type in stimulus check. Click on community stimulus check and you will see this subreddit. Now this is a list of banks that either have deposited stimulus to their customers, haven't, or is pending. As you can see, it's not too many more pendings left. Then you have a bunch of credit unions and banks that haven't released a darn thing. So we're talking about Direct Express. Direct Express cards are issued by Comerica. Also, you can get payroll cards issued by Comerica. That would be through McDonald's. Go figure. Since Comerica owns part of McDonald's stock. Believe it or not, Comerica owns part of McDonald's stock, which is why Comerica is the depositor for McDonald's paychecks. I may have said that wrong. Anyway, this thread claims someone received a stimulus today from Comerica. If you go to Comerica website, no one has received a stimulus. They are saying in the press release, RIS hasn't given them permission to release money to people on Social Security or people who use their payroll debit cards. All right, that's what they're saying. So I don't understand who got a deposit when no one got a deposit. Let's go down to the comments. But it should be. I'm thinking tomorrow, Direct Express people will start receiving refunds. It shouldn't take no 14 days, 10 days, 8 more days. Tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. They can't hold that money much longer. Like for what? It's just gonna make people more irate. Like for what? Like. And as you can see, I'm not going to go through this whole list because no one talks about Direct Express. And no one says, I got a Direct Express stimulus payment. No one says, I got a Comerica stimulus payment. So let's go back to the top. So if you want, go to reddit.com, type in stimulus check, and you will find this thread. So as you can see, stimulus check at the top. You click on this button, you hit hot post. Once you hit hot post, you will see where it states confirm banks. We're going to new post. I've seen reports of people who gave RS their new direct deposit information. So when they did their 2020 taxes, they put their new bank account. But IRS sent their stimulus check to an older account that was closed. Yet, get this, yet, people who selected to get a tax check mailed, they're getting their stimulus mailed. How does that make sense? Like, how does that make sense? I guess because they never had direct deposit information on file, so they were gonna send a check anyway. I don't get it. I don't get it. Someone claiming H&R Block charged their card. It's some strange stuff going on with these people, with these federally funded banks and these local banks and these big banks. Some weird stuff, man. But this dude claims instead of getting a $1,400 refund, Emerald or H&R Block charged them $1,400. Let's just continue. That's silly, man. Has anyone received a check in the mail? I think mail. Mr. Biden claims checks are already being sent out. But I don't think no one's gonna receive a check this freaking week. I may be wrong. You may see some checks by Friday or them debit cards, but I'm guessing the middle of next week when somebody gets a check. But you can't cash the checks until the 19th. But I'm guessing the middle of next week. That's my guess. Even though it could be Friday. You have a lot of this. A lot of people only got half their payment. A lot of people didn't get payments for one or two children. I don't understand how the system is still screwing up. Like if you file your taxes and you put 3 dependents, but they only send you a check for 2 dependents or 1 dependent, then you gotta claim it or amend or whatever the process is going to be for this. Like how is the system still screwed up? I mean, come on. They can build sex robots, but they can't build a computer that thinks for itself and sends your money to the right place. I don't get this. I don't get this. Yeah, some people were supposed to get their checks today and they didn't get it. So when they check their Get My Payment info, it says March 17th. And they did not get it. You can read that if you want to. It's simple. Now, is that the same person? Let's read this one. If it was sent to a closed account, would it be sent back to the IRS and they would issue a paper check which would be mailed to my address they have on file? Yes, it will. But why would they send it to a closed account? This keeps happening. Like, this is the 3rd stimulus check and they send money to closed accounts. If you file your taxes for 2020, 2021, and you put your new account number and they still send it to an old account, that's just straight ridiculous, yo. Let's see, what was the question? Yes, yeah. 17th, she still hasn't got it yet. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. Yeah, they probably were being rude. What does that have to do with anything? She talking about federal taxes. That's not the same person. That's the same person. Okay, let me read it. Yes, they did. I called today and they were being so rude, saying that I might not get one, even though I checked on IRS page. I think she called the bank. Well, you can check it, and it says it will be deposited on the 17th. She spelled witch wrong again. I'm surprised witches get stimulus checks. You don't know what I mean? Wink, wink, witches get stimulus checks. I wouldn't give witches anything. Never did, never did in the banks. I preach to witches. I'll take that back, but I preach to witches. Which never did, and the banks are closed now. But because the banks are closed doesn't mean they're not going to do deposits throughout the night. That just means the branch is closed. The branch is closed, but the computers are still running, which is why I don't understand why it takes 6 days for a freaking pending deposit to clear. And the reason it takes 6 days for it to clear is because the IRS will tell them don't clear the deposit for 6 freaking days. Like, why? They have the money, right? Your banks have the money. I'm pretty sure Direct Express, Comerica has the money. But they're not going to release it until the government says release it. Why? That's so ridiculous, man. Let me skim through this. I closed my old account. They said they would have been able to transfer my taxes to my new account, so I don't know why that would be a problem to do. They can't send my taxes. They don't do that. Like, If they send your taxes to a closed account, they send it back to IRS, and they send a check, which is stupid. Here's the thing. This is the thing. Doesn't IRS send small payments to accounts to make sure the accounts are open? Like sometimes, I don't know what product, but sometimes somebody will send a 5 cent deposit to your bank account to see if the account is open or not. IRS doesn't do that. If you know what that's called, leave a comment below. That's what they're supposed to do, though. They're supposed to send a payment, a small payment, maybe $1 to your bank account to see if the account is open, if it gets rejected or not. That way, it avoids this entire mess right here. You can avoid this entire mess right here. So instead of sending a check in the mail, you send that dollar payment to the account, see if it's open. If it's not open, the computer should be able to look on that person's file and then send a check to the next bank account. The reason I say that is because, again, IRS is sending checks to close accounts when they already have people updated account information from filing taxes. All right. But no, they don't send your money to a different bank account. They send it back to the IRS and they send a check. It's a dumb system. Even though there's a different system in place for other banks, for other product services. Yeah, they say call the bank to see if the bank is holding the money. They didn't say call the bank to see if the bank could send it to another account. For some reason, they don't write their software to do that. They don't write their software to send your stimulus or your checks to your second bank account. So if you bank with Bank of America, you had one account, you closed it, then you open another one with different numbers. They don't automatically send that money to that second bank account. I've never heard of them doing that. I don't know why they don't write their programs to be that way. It doesn't make any sense. Even if they have the funds, again, let's read this. Just call your bank tomorrow and explain the situation to see if they still have the funds so they can transfer it to your new account. They won't do that. They won't do that because that's not their process. They won't do that because their computers and their banking software wasn't built to do that. It would be smart if they make software like that. It would be smart if the IRS actually sent test payments to accounts to see if they were closed or not. Instead of just sending a full payment to the closed account, then it getting rejected and sent back. It doesn't make any sense, man. Let's get to the next one. I'm just going to be ranting about certain comments I like, certain posts. That's about disabled vet. Now this one said, I had a baby back in February 2021. Is he eligible for stimulus checks? I would say yes, because the bill wasn't signed until March. Her baby was born in February. I don't know if she filed her taxes in January. But she should be able to amend her January taxes that she filed in January, even though it wasn't accepted to February. She should be able to amend that and put her child on it. I don't see why not. Let's continue. I don't see why you can't find a loophole to amend your taxes and get that stimulus this year and not next year. Yeah, again, a lot of people get half of what they were promised. So if you have four dependents, four kids, people are getting checks only for two kids. I don't know why the system is still doing that. The system did that on the first check and on the second check also. It's like they never updated their system. They never updated their software. They never had anyone to come in and rewrite the software, to upgrade the artificial intelligence on these softwares. Sometimes I think they do this on purpose. They send you half your money. They send you third of your money. They'll send it to the wrong bank account on purpose, even though they have your new information on file, because they sent your taxes to your new bank account, but they're sending your stimulus to a closed bank account. That don't make sense. Just like when someone get a paper check for taxes, the IRS will send that check in the mail, the stimulus check in the mail. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Like instead of looking at their 2019 and sending it into their direct deposit account, you send a check. Even though they said they wanted a tax check, they didn't put no direct deposit information on their new taxes. You still could have sent it to the 2019 account, which probably would have been open for some people. Is it common to get the third but not the first and second? Yeah, it's common. It happens. Or it happened. Some people got the first, didn't get the second yet. They had to file for the second on their taxes. So on and so on. Let's read this one. Get my payment shows wrong account digits. I got the first two stimulus payments through direct deposit, no problem. Part of the issue lies with third-party tax preparers. Turned out I opened a Credit Karma savings account when I filed my taxes last year, so I could enter the Swiss steps and forgot it existed. Your 1,400 is sitting in a savings account, so check that before you freak out. Credit Karma just get the auditor's account number for that savings account this time instead of my bank account. Okay, so what's the problem here? Why don't you just go to your savings account at Credit Karma and get the money out? Why don't you just call them to send you a new card or something? Yeah, what savings account? Well, obviously that person didn't open a savings account to try to win 50K. I don't even believe that sweepstakes was real. This personally, I don't believe it was real. They just want you to open a savings account so they can flip your money. You know, savings account you gain interest on less than 1% interest on your money. And they use that same money you're saving to do loans with or to do whatever banks do with your money when you're not spending it. Let's go back. What you mean? What should I do if I claim the first two checks on my tax refund before getting an EIP card? Yeah, why didn't you activate it? I'm extremely worried. Maybe you guys can help me. I did my taxes February 23rd. A couple of days ago on March 18th, I got a letter about the economic payment card saying that I hadn't activated it yet. The reason for that being is because it initially got sent to the wrong address and then sent back. I reported a loss and should have been expecting another one in roughly a week, but I had already claimed my first two stimulus checks on my returns. Well, do you have the new card? Do you have a new card? Now, here's how that works. You claim the first two You did your taxes February 23rd. They didn't get their taxes back yet. Okay, you claimed the first two stimulus checks on your taxes, and they had an EIP card that you didn't get. So here's how it goes. Yeah, I don't think they should be worried. They're just gonna get the stimulus on their check. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Where do I go from here? You don't do anything from here. Our IRS will sort it out for you. They will sort it out. Yeah. If anything, they're going to take those credits off of your taxes. When they look at it, they're going to take it off your taxes because they see they sent you a card already. So she shouldn't be worried. She's not going to get double payments. They shouldn't be worried. Because once they see they sent you a new card to the right address, they're just going to take those rebates off of your taxes. It may delay your tax return. Just saying, but nothing to worry about. Am I allowed to buy hookers and cocaine? You can do what you want with it, dog. You really can. I wouldn't recommend that, but you can do what you want with it. Green Dot is another bank I may go with next year for my taxes. Green Dot, Chime, Emerald, all those banks that got their money for all those people who got their money first on the 12th or the 13th, that Friday, Saturday, everybody was getting their money on these prepaid cards. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, the prepaid cards came first. But it takes freaking 6 days for a traditional bank to clear your money. Well, it takes 6 days for IRS to say, go ahead and release their money. Like, right. That goes back to Comerica, Direct Express. And so Comerica has the money, but the government says don't release it yet. Okay, whatever. Most of Wells Fargo people who were eligible for a stimulus check got theirs. By most, I guess 75% who were eligible got their money already. Or it would be 75% by Friday. They will call America. Yeah, right. What the F? I don't even think my comments go through anymore on this. But someone said, one of the moderators said, Comerica deposited money to someone. But that's not true because Comerica deals with Social Security checks. They deal with direct deposit Social Security checks. And those people on Social Security haven't got their stimulus. Why would a regular Comerica customer get their stimulus, but not the people who are on Social Security and not the people who use payroll debit cards issued by Comerica or Comerica? That's the thing. That's the thing. Oh, good gosh. Like, how the heck are you so bad at your job? When somebody has 4 dependents, you only send them money for 2 dependents, even though all 4 dependents show up on their taxes, and you approve 4 dependents on their tax return. How the heck does the computer not see 4 dependents was approved on a tax return and only send you a stimulus check for 2 dependents? That's so freaking stupid, man. I'm just saying. Anyone else get a portion of what they expected? A lot of people did get a portion. They only got a portion. I don't know why the IRS did that. Why are you sending portions of a check to people? That don't make sense. Here go another one. It's been 24 minutes, really, 24 minutes. All right, this is gonna be the last one because I'm not gonna talk all night. Third check sent to the wrong account. My third stimmy check got sent to the wrong place, and I have no idea where. I'm not. It's not through the online account. I did my taxes in 2019. Okay, so what's the problem here? Third check got sent to the wrong account. Yeah, someone claimed if you see last four digits on your stimulus, Get My Payment app, it could be the EIP card. It could be that they're sending you an EIP card and those last four digits belong to an EIP card. Or it can be you did your taxes, got a check, and they're sending you an EIP card and not a regular check. Or it could be that they're sending your money to your tax preparer's bank account and it's going to get rejected and you're going to have to wait extra long for a check. Which falls back on our IRS systems being shady. This shady. How are y'all messing up on the third round of checks? Y'all still making the same mistakes on the third round of checks. Y'all got all that new technology. Don't let them fool you. They don't have antique computers. They don't have 1960 computers. They have new software, new computers. IRS has a lot of money. I'm pretty sure they update their software year round or once a year. Pretty sure they update their computer hardware. So what was the question? That's back to the Credit Karma Savings Account next. TurboTax, yeah, people still, yes, TurboTax still screwing people over. Another bank account I don't have, get my payment to a given bank account number for an account I don't have. PSA on not getting the deposit Wednesday and panicking because of that. And I'm in this out here. I'm just gonna end this out here. So I'm just gonna take a guess. Direct Express will start depositing tomorrow for people. Deposits are made every day. There's no second wave. There's no third wave. I don't get this. There's no second wave. There's no third wave. There was the wave of prepaid cards. People with prepaid cards getting their stimulus on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and throughout the rest of this week and next week and whenever. Then credit unions started depositing on Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. Then the big banks had to wait till Wednesday to release payments. So that means since the big banks have already started releasing payments, they're going to be releasing payments for the rest of the year. However long it takes, the rest of the year. Which again, if you have direct deposit, it shouldn't take more than 10 days. That's what Biden was saying, something like that. It shouldn't take more than 10 days to get all these direct deposits out. Well, 10 days after the 15th. So I'm guessing March 25th, there will be no more direct deposits. That's what I'm guessing. March 25th, no more direct deposits. Because they haven't sent all the direct deposits by March 25th. But we will see. Alright, I'm gonna end this out, everybody. This has been Awkward Occurrence, Awkward Entertainment. Once again, go check out Stimulus Check subreddit. You can find this list of banks who already deposited money, who are pending. Banks that don't have permission, like these credit unions, don't have permission to send money. Now, some of these credit unions, people just haven't reported haven't reported to this subreddit that they received their money, because not everybody reports on subreddit that they received their money. You know what I mean? So Farmers Merchant Bank, it says NA, no deposits, no pending. Somebody could have got a check, but they don't use Reddit, so the moderators on Reddit don't know someone from that bank got their deposit. So it's going to say NA. Someone could lie, like for Comerica. Someone could lie to the moderators, send fake pictures, saying they got their stimulus for whatever reason. Comerica, that's Direct Express also. Even though Direct Express is listed down here, Direct Express, nobody on Direct Express got a pending or a deposit. That means nobody from Comerica got a deposit or pending notice, because they're both the same entity. The IRS sends. Yeah, the IRS sends. Is it the IRS? Okay, the government sends Social Security money to Direct Express cards. Right. Those Direct Express cards are owned by Comerica. So the government sends Comerica, I guess, millions of dollars a month, and federal money and state money. Whoever pays for Social Security, they send that Social Security money to Comerica. It then goes on their Direct Express cards. So that lets me know nobody from Comerica really got a deposit, even though they're saying they did. So let's continue. It's the same entity. Direct Express, Comerica, is the same entity. The money comes from the government. They don't release it until your Social Security date. So some people get paid on the 1st, some people get paid on the 3rd, whatsoever. So Comerica may have your first of the month payment already, but they can't release it to the 1st. I'm talking about for Social Security, not stimulus checks. Alright, let me get up out of here. This has been Awkward Occurrence or Awkward Entertainment in the next video.